I do feel like that is the kind of unpopular opinion that could get me cancelled. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well as always. Today I am going to be telling you some of my unpopular opinions. I absolutely love watching people talk about their unpopular opinions because I always find it so juicy. Like, oh my god, you don't like that, you like this. Like, I always find it really interesting. So I thought I would share some of mine with you all, and you can all roast me in the comments as much as you want, but my opinion is right, so we're gonna go with that. I will say I did kind of struggle to come up with a few. Like, I don't think I have that many unpopular opinions. Like, I know a lot more opinionated people than me, but there are a few in here that are quite controversial, a little bit juicy, and might even make me lose some subscribers. Let's see how controversial they are. I do want to start off with a little disclaimer that any unpopular opinion that I might have about certain people or certain things are in no way, shape or form hate towards those people or things. They're just my opinion, and I'm not a hateful person, so even though I have that opinion, I'm not necessarily gonna send them hate or anything like that. It's not a bit of me, so please don't take it as that. But let's just jump straight into it. I feel like it's going to be a little bit juicy, so we'll just get started. Okay, I'm going to start off with a nice and easy one. We're going to dip our toe in the water, okay? And I think this is an unpopular opinion, but I do know quite a few people that think the same as me, but it's always seen as a really, like, shocking opinion. So starting off very mild, my unpopular opinion is that hot drinks are disgusting. They are actually awful. I have never been a fan of hot drinks. Even when I was younger and I used to try and drink hot chocolate, I just could never, ever. I had to wait for it to go like cold, and then who likes cold hot chocolate? Like, no one. Defeats the point. Hot is in the name. I hate the way that it feels on my tongue. I even hate soup. Like, noodles sometimes when they're really wet are borderline. Anything like a hot liquid is just a no from me. Absolutely not. I also hate the smell of like tea and coffee. Like, ugh. I don't like the thought of touching it either. I'm really funny about that. That actually reminds me, I wasn't going to say this one, but I've just thought another unpopular opinion I have, leading on from hot drinks being disgusting: milk. Milk is vile, and if you drink milk, I have a serious problem with you. My boyfriend will drink a glass of milk with breakfast. He'll drink a glass of milk for fun, and it actually makes me feel sick. Like, when he drinks a glass of milk in front of me, I do have a moment where I think, is this who I want to spend the rest of my life with? Like, it's that deep. Milk is vile. It's so disgusting. Like, milk and hot drinks, if they like spill and I have to clean them up, I find it so uncomfortable. Probably more milk than a hot drink, but like, oh, the thought of it touching me is so gross. And if I have milk in porridge, which you have to, then I have to like close my eyes and not think about it, and I'll literally be touching the carton like, oh, I don't want it to touch me. Yeah, milk. Milk is actually honestly vile. The worst thing. Probably more than hot drinks, but they're sort of like level-headed because they're basically the same. My next unpopular opinion, I am going to put a disclaimer. This is in no way, shape or form like hate towards this person at all. But in my opinion, Taylor Swift, I don't get it. I don't get it. I want to say she's overrated. Like, my TikTok is full of like people my age obsessed with Taylor Swift. Oh, breakup anthems, all of that. Maybe I've not truly had a really bad heartbreak because I've never turned to a Taylor Swift song in my life. I don't mind if I'm out in a nightclub with like different genre floors or rooms and there's like the cheesy music room and a bit of Shake It Off comes on, then I'll go for it if I'm drunk. But other than that, no, she's just not really a bit of me. And it's not because I don't like country music, because I do like a little bit of country music. Only a little bit, don't get me wrong. I've not got cowboy boots sitting in the wardrobe, but I do like a little bit of country music now and then. But I don't know what it is about Taylor Swift. I don't dislike her, not a problem with the girl at all, but her music, I find it a bit overrated. Like, and I know that's an unpopular opinion because I've had this conversation with people, and a lot of people just don't understand where I'm coming with that. Like, her music just isn't a bit of me, and therefore I think she's overrated. I do feel like that is the kind of unpopular opinion that could get me cancelled. Like, I can just see it now, people coming for my throat. My next unpopular opinion, which I have had many debates over, Black socks and white shoes and white socks and black shoes do not mix. They do not go. You do not do that. That is a crime in my eyes. Like, if you're wearing white trainers with black socks or black trainers with white socks, I'm going to have something to say about it. I really, really am. My only slight exception is it really depends on the black trainers, because if they're black trainers with quite a lot of white, then I am more lenient. Like, I have some trainers that are Nike and they're like a white sole, white tick, and then they're like black and grey. And when I go to the gym, I do put white socks on with them. It did take me a while to accept that. Like, at first I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror because I was disgusted with myself. But white went better than black and I just sort of accepted it. So I am a little bit more lenient on that one. But if you're wearing like white Air Forces with black socks, which I do have friends that do that and they know who they are, then I am going to beef you about it and you are going to get an earful, because I will not be happy with you. Black socks, black trainers. White socks, white trainers. It's not that difficult, do you know what I mean? My next unpopular opinion, which I think again stems from TikTok. Timothée Chalamet is not attractive. I'm so sorry. Sorry to Timothée Chalamet. I'm sure you're not watching this, but if you are, I'm so sorry, because there are so many girls out there that find you absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But it's just not a bit of me. Really, it's not a bit of me. And realistically, he is sort of like my type, but I just don't see it. Like, he just looks really young. Like, really young. And don't get me wrong, all my girls laugh at me because they all like an older looking guy, and I like guys that literally look like 20 to 25. Older than 25, I'm probably not going to fancy you. And Timothée Chalamet, you just don't fall in that bracket. He really reminds me a little bit, maybe it's the hair, reminds me a little bit of the one from Stranger Things. Finn? Is his real name Finn? And he has curly hair. It reminds me of him. But yeah, Timothée Chalamet, I don't see it. I'm really sorry, girls and boys, but I don't see it. And I've watched little interview snippets and he just seems a little bit like young. It's the only way I can say it, like young. I don't know how old he is though. How old is Timothée Chalamet? He's 25. He's 25. Oh, stop it. Has someone hacked Wikipedia? Because I don't believe that. You're actually taking the piss out of my life. I thought he was like 18. I can't get over that. Right. Well, the reason I think Timothée Chalamet is overrated and kind of unattractive, I feel that's mean to say, but in my opinion he's not my type, is because he looked really young and apparently he's actually 25. Moving on. This next one, I have had discussions about this with people in my life, and I know this is a controversial one to some people, but I think it's valid. Like, I think it's a fair opinion. So this next unpopular opinion is that Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks, so Pete from Towie and Sam from Made in Chelsea, they're not funny. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not funny. They do like little skits on Instagram. I think it's mostly Sam that does them and then Pete's in some of them, I think. I don't find them funny. I'm really sorry, but I don't. Like when Sam's dressed up in his sister's clothes. But people go wild for it, and fair enough. Like, if that's your humour, go for it. No hate to them at all. Like, they're getting loads of money from doing that, I'm sure. But for me, I don't get it. It's not funny. It's just not funny at all. Like when they did that skit recently and they were like roller skating in the street, and I'm sure they had like wigs and stuff. I think Sam had like a wig and a dress on, I think. I just didn't find that funny, and it was all over my Instagram, people reposting it. But I don't get it. I'd say I have like more of a darkish sense of humour, so maybe that's why, because it's just really like silly humour, do you know what I mean? Like it sort of reminds me of like Mrs. Brown's Boys type, like really on the nose, silly humour. It's not really a bit of me, but like I said, no hate to them. I'm sure they're getting loads of money from it, and I know loads of people that find it really funny, but for me it's just not funny. This next one is a bit of a saddo opinion to have, but as you all know, I love a bit of TikTok, and with TikTok comes TikTok drama. And I have spoken to one of my friends recently who's the same age as me, and it made me feel a lot better. At the big age of 22 turning 23, it made me feel not sad for knowing everything that's going on. So if you don't know, in America there's a lot of like TikTok houses and stuff, and like a lot of TikTokers really in America, and they have a lot of drama. And there is the Instagram page TikTok Room, which yes, I do follow on Instagram because I'm just nosy. I'm so nosy, and it's just funny like to watch all the drama unfold. I'm almost certain a lot of it is like forced, like for clout and stuff, but I don't care. I find it funny. I'm lapping it up. One of the most recent dramas that happened was basically like 4 TikTokers. 2 of them have become musicians though, and I really like their music. Like, their music actually slaps. They got into a bit of a love situation because it was basically like 2 couples, right? A boy and a girl and a boy and a girl. And then the 2 boys were best friends, and the 2 girls used to be best friends, but they fell out. So you still got 2 couples and 2 sets of best friends. But then both the couples broke up, and one of the best friends got with one of the ex-girlfriends of the best friend. So then they're not friends anymore, and there's like a new couple. And my unpopular opinion is that new couple, which is Jaden and Nessa, they're so cute and I'm here for it. I'm sorry, but I'm here for it. Yes, I think how they handled everything, and you know, going for your best friend's ex-girlfriend, it's not the best. But I think if you look at the bigger picture, they are more suited, from what I can tell through the internet. I'm not their best friends, but you know, they seem well suited, and I think they've just changed as people, and then them 2 have come together, and I'm here for it. Do you know what I mean? They're like 18. Let them live. But yeah, I'm not going to sit and talk about that for too long, because I'm very aware there's probably a lot of people that watch my channel that have no clue what I'm talking about. But if you know about the Nessa and Jaden drama, I'm here for them. I think they're cute. I also love their music, and I know Jaden is signed with Travis Barker and works closely with like Machine Gun Kelly, and then you lead to Young Blood, and like that's all my vibe at the minute. I'm loving that sort of music, so kind of here for it. And then lastly, I'm going to leave you on a bombshell here. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have heard me talk about this already, and when I posted about it on my Instagram story, whew, my DMs were wild. People were not happy with me when I posted this on my Instagram story. So my last and probably biggest, most unpopular opinion is I am a Stefan Salvatore girl over Damon Salvatore. Said what I said. I said what I said. I love the Vampire Diaries, and I know a lot of people love the Vampire Diaries, and I know a lot of people love Damon Salvatore, and don't get me wrong, he is great to look at, but I do prefer Stefan. I do. I have a lot more unpopular opinions when it comes to the Vampire Diaries. If you haven't watched it, maybe skip forward like a few seconds, because I'm going to give some spoilers. But Stefan should have been with Elena, but then I did love Stefan and Caroline, but then Klaus and Caroline, that's what I'm going to say. Hopefully the people that haven't watched it skipped forward so they didn't get any spoilers. I am a Stefan Salvatore girl, and like I said, don't get me wrong, Ian Somerhalder, who's obviously Damon Salvatore, is very attractive, but even in real life I would rather go for Paul Wesley, who plays Stefan Salvatore. It's just the way it is. My mum and me, we butt heads about this all the time, and when I posted it on my Instagram story, everyone was like, oh, how can you be a Stefan girl? Damon is so much more attractive. Blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Stefan is better. He's the better brother. So that makes me more attracted to him. The amount of mistakes Damon made basically gave me the ick. So, but they are some of my unpopular opinions. Short and sweet, because I didn't want to make it too long of me talking about a load of negative things. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you agree with any of my unpopular opinions. Let me know if any of my unpopular opinions have made me unsubscribe worthy. Hopefully not. Please don't unsubscribe. Would really ruin my day. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.